Hey amazing people, so I finally made this top. Like I have been saving this top, this picture on my phone for God know how long. So until yesterday I posted it on my community, on my YouTube community post, and then I asked a question. Oh dear Lord, you guys has never failed me. Your vibe, your energy always push me to do something more. So yeah, we are going to make the tutorial. And hi guys, welcome to my channel once again. So today we are going to be making the video you saw before now, okay, or the picture you saw on the thumbnail is what we are going to be recreating today, okay. So if you're seeing my channel for the first time, you are welcome. My name is Juliet, and if you're my returning subscriber, you are welcome. So today we are going to be making that top. So the reason why I have my pattern paper here is because the material I'm using is a very stretchy material that I cannot mark on the surface, okay. You guys will not see it proper, so that is why I decided to make a pattern separately. Then I will place my pattern on the fabric and then cut it out, okay. Let me show you the fabric. So here is the material. I think this is what this material is called lycra. Okay, so lycra material is it's a very stretchable fabric that since we are making a turtleneck, there is no opening by the front or the side or the back. So what you need is a very stretchable material that your head can go through it easily, okay, because it's a turtleneck. So I have my fabric here, and I think I'm going to be using about 1.5 yard. I'm not really sure yet, okay. I'm going to be using about 1.5 yard. I'm going to indicate on the screen when I'm done with the tutorial. I will let you know how many yard I use, but for now we're going to drop the pattern first, okay. So on the table I have my tape rule that I'm going to be taking my measurement. I have my French cuff, okay, for to help me guide with my drawings. I have my paper scissors, and I have my marker pen that I'm going to use to mark all my measurement, okay. So we are going to begin now. I have already draw out my shoulder line, okay. So it's a normal thing. You can mark I think I have 1.5 inches for just to draw for this space that is here, okay. So it's optional, you can decide to just go direct, but I will advise you to keep some space upper here so that you can add for your joining allowance to your shoulder, okay. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to start by taking a measurement, okay. First measurement I'm going to be taking is my half of my shoulder measurement, which is 14 divided by 2 is 7 inches, okay. I'm going to place my tape here. Okay, let me not forget the fabric, the paper rather, is placed on fold, okay. This is on fold. So just imagine if you're cutting out from your fabric, you're going to place your fabric on fold just the way you see me placing my pattern here on fold, okay. So don't make that mistake by um just drafting direct without folding your fabric, okay. So now the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to impute my shoulder measurement, which is 7 inches, okay. So here is my 7 inches, okay. So like I said, we are going to be making a basic body pattern, so that is why we need this measurement. So it's very important that we need this measurement. We need to make this basic body pattern so that we can actually understand exactly what we are doing, okay. For you to get a clear picture, you need to make a basic body pattern. So the next measurement I'm going to start mark here is my bust line. From my shoulder to my bust line is 9.5. This is where my 9.5 is, okay. I'm going to mark it here. So the next measurement I'm going to place here is my under bust measurement, okay. So we need our under bust measurement for a guideline because of the band, okay. Here is my 12.5, okay. So basically this is the most important measurement that we need to take from your shoulder take your shoulder measurement, your bust measurement, your under bust measurement, because this under bust is where I'm going to attach my band. Okay, this under bust is where we're going to attach our band. So when you're going to tie it, you're tying it from the under bust, not from the waist. Okay, so yeah, that is why we need this under bust measurement. So the next, we're going to be taking the full length of the top. Okay, so for me, my full length, I'm going to leave it at 25 inches. So that is how long I want it to be. Okay, so this is how long I want my top to be. It's going to be at 25 inches. So I'm going to mark it here, 25. So the next measurement we're going to take now is horizontal measurement. We have done taking the vertical measurement, which is the shoulder, the bust, and the under bust length. And the next one is the full length of the top. Okay, we don't need the waist, we don't need the hip. So our focus is on the shoulder, the bust, and the under bust. Okay, so the width of my the width the width of my blouse, I'm going to be making use of my shoulder measurement. Okay, so it's going to cover up all the way from with this shoulder with the width of my shoulder is going to cover up all the way to the bottom to the end of my dress. Okay, so while I was taking this measurement, I didn't know I did not place play. So let me take this back again. Okay, the the blouse doesn't have a sleeves. Okay, it doesn't have sleeves. It's a sleeveless dress, and when you look at the side, the side is open. Okay, so the only thing that you will use to cover up the side is the band. Okay, so now you're going to determine how wide you want that blouse to be, both the front and the back. Okay, for me, I'm going to be making use of the width of my half of my shoulder measurement. Okay, so the half of my shoulder measurement is 7 inches. So that is what I mark here. So I mark the 7 inches all the way to the end of this to the end of my blouse, the blouse length. Okay, so I mark 7 inches here, mark 7 inches here, also mark 7 inches there. So the next thing I did, and I connect this line. Okay, so this basically, this is how it's going to be. So the next thing I'm going to do is to take my the neck width. Okay, so I'm going to start now by creating the neck width. So my neck width is going to be 3 inches. Okay, I'm going to make use of 3 inches, 3 by 2 inches. This is going to serve both the front and the back. Okay, so this is it. There's nothing serious with this. So the pattern you're going to use for your front is the same pattern you're going to use for the back. Okay, I'm going to create a shoulder slope, because our body is not straight. So when you look at the shoulder, your shoulder is not straight. Okay, so you need to add a shoulder slope to this particular dress. So now I mark 1 inches below. I'm going to place my French curve like you see me doing, and I'm going to connect it from here to this point. Okay, so I'm going to extend this line out because I need to add joining allowance all the way down. So, and take note that this it has a facing, so we need that 0.5 inch allowance to join our facing. Okay, so I'm going to be marking 0.5 inch all the way to the end of my blouse. Okay, so once I'm done making this connection, the next thing I'm going to add 0.5 inch from here to join the front and the back together. That is from the shoulder. Okay, so I'm going to mark 0.5 inch upward from here. Can you see that? So basically this is it. Okay, so I'm going to come down to the hemming part here. Okay, to the bottom part, I'm also going to add 0.5 inch joining allowance. Okay, I'm going to use this 0.5 inch, turn my lining to my fabric. Okay, so basically this is it. So I'm going to cut out this I'm going to cut this out. Okay, yeah. So once I've done cutting this out, okay, so you're going to bear this in mind that when you're going to cut it on the fabric, you're going to make a notch, okay. Notch this part to your fabric when you're going to cut it, so that by the time you're going to fix in your band, you know where exactly the part where you need to place your band, okay. So don't forget to put a notch on it, okay. This is going to apply both the front and the back, okay. Please don't forget to put a notch on your on the underbust where your band is supposed to stay, okay. So this is the fabric that I'm going to be making use of, okay. As you can see, there are part that is more stretchy and then there are part that is not that stretchy, okay. So you are going to be looking at on these details when you're working with a stretchy material, okay. So and when you're going to cut it, make sure that you are cutting 4 pieces, okay. uh, 2 pieces from the front and 2 pieces on the back, because you're using the same material to use as your lining, okay. Don't go and use another material that is not stretchy. So if you're working with this material, work with this material, but you use it as your lining and as also your main piece, okay. So I'm going to place my pattern paper here. I've already cut out the width that I needed, okay. So if I didn't do that, I will not be able to cut it proper from the main pieces. So I have to pieces it this way so that I can be able to work with it easily. So this is what you should do, okay. Take the width of your pattern, make sure it, and then measure, fold your fabric according to, maybe like have some a little bit allowances by the side so that you can be sure of what you're doing, okay. So then you fold it like that way and place your pattern just the way you see me doing, and then you're going to cut it, okay. I have cut 2 already, which is the front, which is the front and the lining. Let me put it that way, the front and the lining. So now I'm going to cut another 2 again. So I need to cut like this 2 again, okay, to complete my pieces. So I'm going to start by cutting it out, okay. So once I'm done cutting out the fabric, remember I said you should make a notch this part, your underbust, okay. I'm going to put this chalk here so that it can be bold for me. So and then I'm going to pick it up like you see me doing, okay. And then I'm going to cut it so that I can know where my underbust is, okay. Okay, so guys, I have done cut out all my pieces, okay. Like I said earlier that you need to cut 4 pieces for this, okay, because we're using the same material for the lining, okay. So here are my 4 pieces that I've already cut them out. And also I have made these notches that I said earlier, that make a notch here so that you know when you're going to place your band, okay. So these are my 4 pieces, okay. So these are my 4 pieces. And also while I was cutting it, I also gone ahead to cut out my band, okay. Also you're going to cut your band, 4 pieces of band, okay. So these are my 4 pieces of band. So the width of this band, I cut out 2.5 inches by 35 inches, okay. So let me take the measurement so that you'll be sure of what I'm talking about, okay. So the width is 2.5 inches, okay. I'm going to use 0.5 to join it, so the total width I'm going to left with is 2 inches, and it's on fold. So when you open it, you have 5 inches here, okay. You have 5 inches here, okay. So the length is 35 inches, or it depends with your own preference. You can want to make it shorter, or okay, the length is 41 inches, okay. So it depends with you how long you want it to be. Either you can want it shorter or you want it longer like mine. So this one is your own choice, okay? So the next thing we're going to work with the top itself, okay? The main pieces itself, or how will I put it? Okay, so here is it. Okay, I'm going to start by joining the lining. Okay, I will just choose anyone to say it's lining. I'll choose anyone to say is the main piece. Okay, so I'm going to start by joining them. Okay, by placing the right side, so right side facing up. Okay, so I'm going to place it like this, the right side facing the right side. Okay, so I'm going to join this with 0.5, also do the same thing here with 0.5. Okay, so I'm going to start by joining it now. Okay, so I pick any one I'm going to start with. So the right side facing the right side, and I'm going to place it like this and pin. I'm going to start by joining it with 0.5 inch. Okay, so while I'm at it, I'm also going to start by stitching my prepare my band. Okay, so basically this is how it's looking like. Okay, so I have joined this one, also the second one, that is the lining. Okay, so the next thing, I'm going to go back to my ironing table. I need to iron this part proper before I will join them together. Okay, so I have done ironed the part where I stitch on my shoulder. Okay, let me show you. As you can see, I ironed it. Okay, I give it a very good press. So this is what you need to do. Okay, you're going to iron it. I did the same thing to the second one, that is the lining. So also this is my band. Okay, I have turned this one out. I'm not yet iron it, but I have iron one. Okay, let me show you how it's going to turn out to. Okay, if you're a beginner, okay, this is how it's going to turn out. So I have ironed this one, I have turned this one to the right side. I've also turned this one to the right side. Okay, so let me show you how I turn it to the right side. Okay, I still have one left here. Okay, so let me show you how I do that. So if you have a loop turner, so I have a loop turner, so it's going to be easy for me to work with. But if you don't have a loop turner, you can use your scissors. Okay, going to use the sharp edges. So but when you're going to work with it, please be careful with it. So I'm not going to use a loop turner. Let me use my scissors in case if you don't have a scissors, in case you don't have a loop turner, okay, to work with. So let me make use of my scissors so that it will be easy for you to work with. Okay, so first of all, you're going to trim up these rough edges here. That is the excess that you stitch. Okay, so that when you iron it, you're going to have a very flat edges at the end of the day. Okay, so but be careful when you are going to trim it, so you're not going to cut the part where you stitch. Okay, so I'm going to get my scissors. First I need to open it like this. Okay, I'm going to create a room like this. Okay, I hope you can see what I'm doing. I need to create a room like this. Then I'm going to get my scissors and I'm going to firstly push it in like this. Okay, I'm going to push it in like you see me doing, right? As you can see, I have a hole here, so now I'm going to push it backward, push it in rather. Did you see that? Okay, I'm going to take out my scissors and I'm going to say my hand is still here. Okay, I'm going to take it out like this. Voila. So this is how I turn it to the right side. Okay, so the next I'm going to do now, I'm going to give it a very good press. This is what I'm looking at to get at the end of the day. Okay, so I'm going to give it a very good press and then I will come back. Alright guys, I'm done with the iron. So the next I need to find out the round neck of this shirt. Okay, so I need to take the measurement, but I cannot hold it because of the material is stretchy. So to get my measurement taken, I'm going to place my tape while it's on the table like this, place it on the joining from the shoulder to meet to the midpoint there. Okay, that crease part, so I got 4.25, so divided by 4 is going to give me 17 inches. Okay, yeah, so now I'm going to work on the pieces. So my fabric here is also placed on fold. So this is, I'm going to be taking out my collar, or to cut out my collar, okay, my neck collar. So, and you're going to find out the part that is stretchy. The most stretchy part is the one you're keeping on a horizontal. Okay, so the length I'm going to cut out is 7 inches. Okay, I'm going to mark 7 inches. That will be the length of my collar. Okay, the total length is going to be 7 for now, without the stitch, without taking out the stitch allowance. And then the width of my collar is 18 inches. Remember I told you is 17 inches, and I'm adding 1 inch for joining. Okay, so now once I'm done taking the measurement, I'm going to cut it out like you see me doing. Okay, yep. So at this moment I have done prepare all my pieces. Okay, so here is my 4 pieces of band. Here is my 4 pieces of band. I have also ironed everything proper. Okay, I ironed all of it, as you can see. So here is my 4 band. Okay, it's all prepared. So guys, this is the one of the pieces, the lining and the main piece. Okay, I'm going to place it like this, the right side facing the right side, like so. Okay, so from this part where I make a notch for my underbust, I'm going to mark 1 inch below. Okay, this is where my band is going to start. Okay, I'm going to place my band from that point. Okay, so I'm going to get my band and I'm going to place it from this part where that 1 inch is, and then I'm going to pin it down. Okay, so the same thing I did here, I'm going to repeat it for all the parts where I make notch. I'm going to mark 1 inch below, then I'm going to place my band there. So once I'm done placing my band there, I'm going to take that either the lining or the main piece and place it back the way you see me doing. Okay, and then I'm going to pin it. So I'm going to repeat the whole process on each part. Okay, so yeah, once I'm done, I'm going to move on to the other side, but the same thing I did for this part that I showed you, the same thing I'm still going to repeat for all the process. Like I said, I'm marking 1 inch below, and then that is where I'm going to place my band. Okay, so please pay attention here and follow the step. Okay, place your band in that part where you mark the 1 inch below, and then you're going to pin it there. So as you can see, I have already gone ahead to pin one side. Okay, so remain this side. I have secure my band here, secure my band, also secure my band right here. Okay, so I'm going to start by pinning this edge, pin them all the way. Okay, so I pin here. When I get to the shoulder, okay, I'm going to make sure the stitching also fit match each other proper. Okay, make sure it aligns together. Okay, I hope you can see. Make sure it's aligned together, and then you're going to pin it down. So once I'm done pinning all around, okay, so the next I'm going to head back to my sewing machine and join them with 0.5 inch allowance. And then the neck is going to left open because this is where I'm going to be turning my fabric to the right side. Okay, I'm going to turn my fabric to the right side through my neck width. Okay, so I'm on my sewing machine now. I'm going to start by joining them with 0.5-inch allowance, like I said earlier. Okay, so if you're still watching to this very moment, I want to say a very big thank you for watching. And do give this video a thumbs up if you learned something new today from my channel. Also help me share this video, okay, to reach people that may need it. All right, also do well to send me your recreation, or rather tag me on your social media. If you ever make this, you can check me out on my Instagram or my Facebook account at Juliet. So if you ever recreate any of my tutorial, if you post it, kindly tag me. Let me give you a shout out too. Okay, you can reach me out there. So yeah, so I'm going to leave my username on the screen so that if you're finding it difficult to find me on any of the social media, all right, I'm going to leave it there. So once I'm done stitching it, I'm going to work on my collar also. Okay, so this is my collar. I'm also going to stitch it with 0.5-inch allowance, and once I'm done, I will head back to my ironing table to iron it. Okay, before I iron it, I need to turn it out to the right side. Okay, from my neck part that I told you, I'm going to turn it out from that part out. Okay, so turn it out and also give it a very good press. Okay, so this is how it's looking up right now. Okay, so the next thing now is for me to fix my collar. Okay, so this is how it's looking like right now. So here is my collar. Okay, so I'm going to, I have also ironed this very well. Okay, create a crease part, okay, so that it will guide you. So from here, this is where I join it together. Okay, this is where I join it together. It's double. Okay, so I fold in back like this, and then this is how it's looking. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to, you choose which side that you want to use as the inside and the outer part. Okay, so right now, as the way it is like this, I'm going to get my collar that I've already prepared. Okay, find the midpoint of your collar, which is, I'm using the stitching part as a guideline. The part where I join, I'm using it as a guideline. So I'm going to place this, fold this inside. Okay, I'm going to fold it inside like this. Okay, so I'm going to get the part where is the part that is joined together, which is this very one. Okay, I'm going to pass it underneath. Okay, I'm taking the both lining and the main piece together. Okay, I'm going to pass it underneath and then find this part that is joining. Okay, and this crease line here also is a guideline for me, so I'm going to place it underneath here. And then pin. And then I'm going to come to this part, to the other side where there is crease line here. I'm going to pick this side like this also. Okay, and then place it here, find the crease line, and then I'm going to place it here also. Okay, so the same thing that works with here. So right here there is a crease here because I iron it to create that crease here. Instead of cutting it up to create a notch, I just iron it to create that crease. So I'm going to pick this, my shoulder line here, okay, where there is joining here. I'm going to get it here and place it with the crease line here, just like that. Okay, and I'm going to pin it. So same thing goes to here. So this is the crease line. I'm going to pick this, so the shoulder part where it has the joining, to the crease line here. Pin. So I'm going to repeat it. Queen, if they hear this rat, they don't start fighting again. If they hear them. Can you? So once I'm done pinning, I'm going to now go back to my sewing machine and then I'm going to join it round with 0.5 inch allowance, okay? I'll be back. Voila. Okay, this is the final look, guys. This is how it's looking like I so much love it. I think I'm going to be making multiple style with this particular pattern. I will keep you guys updated. So if you ever make yours, please, you can tag me on the social media, any of the platform, at Instagram or Facebook account at Juliet. I'm leaving my handle on the screen so that it will be easy for you to find me, okay? You can follow me there so that you keep an update, or I will be updating you guys on the next tutorial that will come in, okay, so that you won't miss out on any tutorial, okay? Julia Rack is the handle. All right, thank you so much for watching. See you.